Hi guys, it's me Lewis, and today I'm here to give my concerns and opinions of a particular upcoming fighting game that Riot Games is currently working on, which to those who may not have heard, is that yes, they are currently working on a fighting game, and sadly no, it's not Rising Thunder, due to which sadly has been shit canned, sadly, a couple of years back, which unfortunately is not being revived. It's actually a League of Legends fighting game with the code name Project L. Now, Let's go back to Evo of a few months ago. Riot Games announced back, I think it was either in I think it was in August, I believe, when Evo was around. They announced they were currently working on a fighting game, and I thought to myself, a new fighting game IP. Okay, so could be a revival of Rising Thunder, sadly which wasn't, or it could be a brand new fighting game IP that we've never seen before. If that was the case, then okay, I might give it a go. But unfortunately, no. It's actually a League of Legends fighting game. Now, I'm not saying League of Legends is a bad fighting game. A bad MOBA game. Sorry, I'm not saying League of Legends as a whole is a bad game. I'm not saying that at all. Now, in case if you want to ask me, have I played League of Legends before? Yes, I have, and to be honest with you, I did not fucking like it at all. And I'll give you this one particular reason why. It wasn't the gameplay, it was the fucking player base. And I'll tell you why I did not like the fucking player base of League of Legends, because no matter how many times I tried to get into a match, they always kicked me out. Every fucking time. And I only got a chance to play 15 minutes of the fucking game, and I basically just said to myself, fuck this game, I'm done. And I fucking uninstalled from my PC and just called it a day. But besides that, Riot Games working on a fighting game, and of course they've already announced 3 other games that they're working on. They're working on a League of Legends MMO, a League of Legends mobile game, and of course their brand new IP, which obviously is a first-person shooter that isn't League of Legends related. So it makes me wonder. Has the player base of League of Legends slowly declined over the last 10 years? I mean, slowly declined over the last 10 years. My answer to that is yes, kind of. Yes, kind of. And the reason why I say that is this, because Riot Games knows damn well that League of Legends wasn't making the millions of dollars as it fucking used to, and Since Riot Games has got the entire budget in the world to make any different types of genres of games, that's a good thing, right? Yes and no, and the reason why I say that is because again, right? I'm not saying any company isn't allowed to make a fighting game. If they've got ideas for a fighting game and they want to go with it, go for it. Make a fighting game. I've got no issue with that. However, this is Riot Games we're talking about here. We're talking about a company who hasn't worked on any different types of genres of games for the past 10 years. They've only stuck with one game, one genre, and one particular community, and that was it. And it really makes you wonder, since they're making a League of Legends fighting game, a League of Legends MMO, and a League of Legends mobile game, it really does make you wonder. They really do not want the League of Legends universe to die. They really don't. And I'm sorry to say this, but this isn't the fucking DC universe. This isn't the fucking Marvel universe. This is a particular fucking game where their own community has never played fighting games before. Not a single fucking one of them has played them. And my few issues are this, right? The MOBA community stay in their own little corner. They don't move to different corners at all. Like me personally, who's played fighting games for nearly 17 or 18 fucking years. I absolutely fucking adored fighting games in the past. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love it, but of course, racing games will always be my number one favorite genre, while the fighting game genre will always be my second favorite. But that being said, the issue that I have with the League of Legends fighting game is that not only is its actual original player base not going to latch onto this, they're not going to jump on board for a League of Legends fighting game, because they don't know how to fucking play that shit. They don't fucking give a shit about fighting games. They never fucking cared for it. And if Riot Games is willing to take that risk by by basically moving the MOBA community aside and bringing in the fighting game community into its round table, then okay, take the risk. But the problem is though, people like me have concerns about the game. It's not the gameplay, because I have seen footage of the gameplay where they're basically going with like Street Fighter, like traditional Street Fighter gameplay mechanics. Which, okay, fair enough. If you want to do that, go ahead, be my guest. I've got no issue with that. However, my issue is that since Riot Games has only focused on one particular genre, like I said, and only focused on one particular game and community as a whole, my issue is this. I can easily tell that Riot Games has no idea how the fighting game community even works. You don't even know how it operates. You don't know how it even fucking functions. Because the sad cold truth about all of this is that when it comes to a successful fighting game, sometimes it's not about the gameplay mechanics that actually keeps the player base on board. That's not always the fucking case. What makes a fighting game successful is the right pricing for to sell the game, unless you're making it free, if you're making it free to play. Which by the way, I guarantee they're gonna make it into a free to play anyway. So that's pretty much what they fucking do on a daily basis. But who knows? They could make it as a full price game. I mean, who fucking knows about that shit? But it's mainly due to the fact of the pricing for the selling of the game, the content, the content of characters, stages, possibly a story mode if they can add it in there, an arcade mode, a wide variety of content. Then after that they can push out DLC. And speaking of DLC, my concern is this. My third concern is this. My biggest worry is though, since the actual game, the actual League of Legends MOBA game loves to update itself with new content every fucking day, with new characters, new skins for the characters and shit like that. My biggest concern is this. I'm getting this worried feeling that Riot Games is going to pull a Team Ninja. And the reason why I say that is because go back and look at Dead or Alive 5 and of course Dead or Alive 6, where they're just constantly pumping out shitloads of DLC for those particular games. And they expect you to pay hundreds upon hundreds, if not thousands of fucking dollars of DLC, including the actual full game itself. That right there is going to turn people off. And that's the sad truth about it as well, is that if you're gonna go that route with the game, then your entire consumer base who bought that particular fighting game will basically just say, nope, fuck this, I'm done with this fucking game, no more. I don't want to buy any more DLC. It's too much. Now, my question and answers of this particular League of Legends fighting game is this. Is this game going to sell well? Possibly. I'm not saying yes or no, but it is possible. It could possibly sell well. The League of Legends fan base could latch onto it, but I doubt they will. But who knows? It could do pretty damn successful if they're willing to fucking, try out a different type of game that isn't MOBA related. Then okay, fair enough, go for it. However, if the game does well with a large amount of content, with 25 to 30 characters at launch, it'll do great. However, again, when it rolls back to the whole pumping out DLC shit, that's my biggest concern. After the game's launch, I'm getting this worried feeling that is literally what Riot Games is going to do. Because, again, they've only focused on one particular genre for the past 10 years, and they don't even know how other games even operate. They just don't. And I'm sorry to say this, but if League of Legends is slowly dying, then let it slowly die. Like, games live and die for a reason. They live and die for a reason. Which yes, you can try and bring it back and make it 10 times better than the original, if not great, if not the same amount of awesomeness as the original version of the game was released. But that being said, Riot Games is basically making you wonder that since League of Legends, the actual game as a whole is dying, and they want to latch on to different genres. What's next? They're gonna make a fucking League of Legends racing game, a League of Legends fucking pinball game. That's the problem. They do not want the League of Legends universe to die. And I'm sorry, Riot, but if that's the case, that your player base has slowly declined over the years, you have to let the game die. I'm sorry, that's just how it works. We move on to the next. And another thing is too, you can't just keep on updating the same fighting game every fucking couple of months once every couple of months a year. The problem is though, is that people like me are just gonna get so sick of the same fucking game, and we want a sequel. We want a spin-off, possibly. That's just how the fighting game community works. We just want sequels. That's all we want. And I really want this game to succeed. I do. I really do want this game to succeed. But at the same time, though, this is Riot Games we're talking about. I don't think it's gonna do well. I don't think people are going to enjoy this game. I really don't think so. After its fucking launch, that is. I think it's gonna do well at the start, but then over time, if they fuck the entire game up by pumping out shitloads of DLC, then yeah, the game is fucking done. So yeah, guys, that's me done for this video. So don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and tell me what are your thoughts on the League of Legends fighting game on the League of Legends fighting game. Are you excited about it? Are you concerned about what's going on like I am? Tell me what are your thoughts on it. Okay, guys, peace out.